beautiful names. So I have got a couple of friends' reactions that I'd like to do. And they're both very different, but this one, well, the first one actually. So I have been friends with this guy. So the internet and the world will know him as Notes to Strangers. I know him as Andy. And I've known him since I was 11. And it's crazy to me to see just how super successful he's become with just spreading positive messages and affirmations to people, and how, something that started off in, I think if I remember rightly, it started off with him putting these notes to strangers into, those like public, like newspapers that you'd get at night, say like the public metro in your city or something like that. He was doing that within, I think it was in London that he was in at the time, and I think he initially like got into a little bit of trouble for it. They were like, "We're not having this," and then I guess it didn't go anywhere in terms of any trouble, and he just continued doing them, and they've just become so popular. Like, there are people that I know that don't know that I know him that have said, "Oh, have you seen this Not to Strangers?" And I was like, that's my school friend. And I just love it, and I love the fact that we may not see each other from like week to week or month to month, but as soon as we do, it's just like bam. And those kind of connections are rare. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't always get that with people. So I really, really like cherish the friendship that we have. And what's been really awesome is that since I embarked on this whole creative YouTube journey, he's been so super supportive. It's just amazing. Anyway, so he mentioned to me that there was a band in Buenos Aires that he was wanting to help, basically, because he was like, there, I saw them play out once and I just thought they were amazing. And there's a lot of stuff going on in their region in terms of, just how financially, I guess, unstable the country is, and what that then means for them trying to pursue a dream. And he showed me a clip that he put on the internet, because he's trying to help them, with all of his artisticness. He's trying to help them, and I think I watched a clip of one of them, and I was like, I just love it. I love what you put together, and I like them. And I think one of the things I've learned about my channel is I've got such an eclectic taste. I mean, I've just uploaded a video to a Barbara Streisand movie that I watched yesterday, and then right after that, I uploaded some Morissette. In a bit, I'm gonna upload some Thames, and I've just reacted to some Prince. Like, music is my lifeblood, man. And when it's good, it doesn't really matter what the genre is, unless of course it's deathcore metal. When I think I've learned my lesson. I've learned my lesson from that. Anyway, so I wanted to react to, and I think it's like a 7-part series that he's put together, of a rockumentary. And I don't have like loads and loads of subscribers, but I was like, if there's anything I can do, like to help with this, from what the clip I saw, it was absolutely worth watching. So I kind of want to watch them all, and I guess share that with my community, and hopefully you might have just come across a new band that you like. So let's do this. So this is Los Tite. I don't know how to pronounce this. Los Titeres. Los Titeres. Los Titeres. Los Titeres. I might ask him how to pronounce how to pronounce this, because I'm probably butchering the language. But yeah, let's. This is part one.
This is the first part of a documentary to capture the creation process of a song. Hi, I'm Andy, and I'm an artist also known as Notes to Strangers.
Oh, we was going to explain this
For the
anyway.
last 8 years, I've been lucky enough to make art full time. I've been creating mainly street art in London, but also in many, many other places and countries all over the world. I pay my bills by selling artwork to my followers on Instagram, paid public speaking gigs, hosting walking tours of my work, and doing commissions for brands.
That was so cool.
But this film is not about me. This film is about...
Tommy!
Shasho!
Oh, good to have you again.
Good to be back, man. Hey! Hey, darling.
I didn't sleep much.
Okay. My friend. How are you doing? I'm good. It's good to see you. Also known as
¿Quién se sentará para volver las tiempos? ¿Quién se animará a desterrar la
But how the fuck did we get here? A street artist from London and a rock band from Buenos Aires. It all started with the rental crisis in the UK. I was kicked out of my flat and decided, instead of finding a new place to rent and get ripped off by some greedy landlord, to start living nomadically. I visited Buenos Aires
Great
first
image.
on the advice of a friend. My stay in Buenos Aires was only meant to be a couple of weeks, to have a look round, to stick up some notes, before I flew to the real purpose of my trip, Patagonia, because I wanted to go fly fishing. However,
Oh, yeah, you
in
love
those
fishing.
first few weeks in the city, I fell head over heels in love with the place. You'll see why. In my first few days in the city, I stuck up this note on a random street. Little did I know that this one note, one of thousands that I've stuck up all over the world, would take me on a journey. A journey that you are all about to join me on. A stranger shared the note on Instagram. Dolly happened to see it, looked me up, and started following. Being new in the city, I was keen to meet as many new people as possible. So when I got a notification that some badass rock chick singer had just followed me, of course we started talking. Eventually, Dolly invited me to see her band play live at the famous music venue Maquena. I saw something rare that night. I saw the most difficult thing any artist has to try to create. I saw sparks.
Is that a good
I
point?
saw personality. I saw friendship. I saw freedom. I saw talent. They were so clearly well rehearsed. They were so clearly having fun with each other. They managed to create a feeling in that room that night, a unity between the band and the crowd. They created that magical thing when, for a moment, everybody in the room is feeling exactly the same thing. After the gig, I spoke with Dolly and Issa, and in my excitement and drunkenness, I forgot to be as nervous as I should have been and told them how much I loved what I saw. I never expected to see them again. Some old bald drunk guy from London talking all sorts of gibberish. So when Dolly invited me to meet the band at their
You're not that
rehearsal
old.
room a few days later, I was blown away. It turned out to be the beginning of a friendship between me and the band. One that I have loved with all of my heart, and one that has continually inspired and motivated me. They're like plants to me. They pump out creative oxygen, and just being near them gives me life.
I
They
love
all have to
that.
work day jobs on top of their band commitments, and to see the passion, energy, and love that keeps them going is just simply amazing. And when you throw in the Argentinian economic problems on top of it all, I realised how much of a miracle they have made happen already. How much of an uphill battle they have and are fighting to make it as musicians. Over the last year since we became friends, we started doing small collaborations here and there. And then, after a year of getting to know each other, I had a fucking crazy idea. Just to try and capture like the whole process. So even telling you guys about the idea, like
Day one.
Day
like-
one.
new genre that's come about of music artists making documentaries.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they're already established, like they're already super famous and they're already like made it.
If he didn't put Beyonce
So
on
what
here,
I would like to do is try and capture
The before.
the happening,
The happening.
things.
the
All the
the
little
making it,
The happening.
like
Okay.
the hit that starts it all.
Okay.
Because
things that.
what's amazing about, for me, meeting you guys and seeing you guys at this stage is that, like, when would I ever see that? When would anyone ever see that? The start point is, let's capture the creation of a song from start to finish. Obviously, the dream is that that song goes on to become a hit
Yes.
and all your lives change.
Yes.
and I capture the whole. And
We love the idea.
Yeah.
I want to
Ah.
clap for this new project and for you, Andy.
Ah,
Okay, we'll
put
move
our
back
claps
to you.
together.
So here we are, about to follow the next part of mine and the band's journey. Following the process of creating a song from scratch. I have no idea what will happen, and I love that. We are going to be uploading parts of this documentary as we go along. So not only will you not know what happens next, we won't either. But I can
That's really
promise
cool.
I'm going to give everything I can to try and help these wonderful people. I want to help them experience the life of a professional artist. I believe that once they get to the point where they can quit their day jobs and focus on music full time, they will fly.
Call to action, people. So before it goes into part 2, I think what I really just hang. This is autoplay, man. It just wants to play all the time. It's so aggressive, YouTube. Do you know what I mean? Just chill out a bit. Yeah, I think for me, I think when because I've seen that clip before. That was the first clip that he showed me, and I was like, I don't know who they are. But I feel already that I've now got a connection to them because of what you've put together. Like I really like how he's done the video and stuff, like in terms of, you know, if you look at his Notes to Strangers, like the text that you see like throughout the video and stuff, like you can see that like on the video and stuff as well, which I just thought was really cool. And like all the different like little animations that he's got, but like it's just a really cool video. And I think again, for me, even though, like I said at the beginning, like I'm quite eclectic, you know, my roots, my musical roots, are very much founded in like soul and R&B and reggae and all that kind of stuff. So those are the kind of things that I grew up with. But I think since having this channel, it's given me an opportunity to kind of like just try things out, like, and just like, well, do I like this? Do I not? So I think for me, and I'm hoping like the people that like follow me on here, that they're also a similar ilk in that, like, yeah, you might come for Gabrielle, or you might come for Dimash, or you might come for Morissette or whatever, but hopefully, because you've seen that since I've had my channel, I like to dip into a lot of different things, that this is something that I think other people would like to dip into, because I'm instantly intrigued, and like the little clips that I've seen of them singing, I'm like, okay, ma'am. I see you there, ma'am. So I'm like, okay, I'm already bought in. So I want to see how this kind of moves along. So I was only going to do the one part, but I'm actually going to do 1 and 2 together, because I think that they're fairly short. So I'll do 1 and 2 together. And I think like just the idea that someone who and you know, whether Andy was my friend or not, like I'd still be like, you have got like a huge platform. You're already doing very well for yourself, and you've taken time out to help this band, not because like you were forced to or had to or felt bad for them, because you were first and foremost blown away by the talent and what they were able to create on stage. So that is what's got me like, I want to. I'm bought in. I'm bought in at this point. So yeah, let's see part 2, and I'll probably try and do like a part each week, and just see how that kind of goes on. But yeah, I'm very. I just turned itself off. Didn't even leave it for that long. That's mad. Okay. Part 2.
And you have 5 songs,
Yes, and
and there's one recording now.
yeah, you want to hear it?
See?
Yes, please.
quizás yo jamás te tuve. Entonces miré el cielo y con las nubes me entretuve.
I love this.
Sentí tu mirada sobre mí. Sentí que en un segundo te perdí. Después pensé que quizás yo jamás te tuve. Entonces miré el cielo y con las nubes me entretuve. Después pensé que quizás yo jamás te tuve. Entonces miré el cielo y con las nubes me entretuve.
Love it. The shouting at the end is really unique. And
Yes.
the loop, the guitar loop as well is
The guitar.
it's so catchy.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the new one as well.
Oh,
Like gonna record a whole new song.
how? I don't know anything. Yeah, the only thing about name,
See?
precipicio social,
Social cliff.
social cliff.
Like what I really want to do with this film is kind of introduce people a little bit to Argentina. Like show them.
Argentina, China.
Buenos Aires.
Yeah.
It's such a hard word.
Yes.
Buenos Aires is the hardest
Buenos-
word for English people.
Yeah.
Buenos
Anyway,
Aires.
I want
Buenos
to try and
Aires.
show people like what's happening here.
Yes.
So I think it could be really cool
Yes.
if it's something like
You think the people in London will?
they don't understand.
They don't understand.
No.
They can't imagine.
No, it's impossible. It's impossible to imagine what is happening here. For me, when you create something and it has a truth
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes. Yes.
The-
I understand.
people connect with,
Yes.
that's really powerful. It's like dynamite.
Mm.
If you can say truths in a song and people, it hits them there.
If good music and good message.
Good message, good music. You've got the good music. Like, there's no right or wrong way to do things, but I think an interesting angle for you guys strategically could be trying to say truths that people in Argentina
Mm.
connect with.
Again with Tina Turner. Like, oh dear. Okay, I think this is really like really interested. Like I'm already like bought into this group. That song, and again, I can't say that I'm a Fleetwood Mac connoisseur because I'm not. But when that kind of that chorus and like it was just so like airy and dreamy, and I actually was listening to a bit of Fleetwood Mac earlier. A song came on in the car, and I was like, oh, this is like one of the only good things that came from having the ex partner that I had, because I didn't know anything about them until they introduced me to them. And like, yeah, there's just a vibe that kind of washes over you when Fleetwood Mac are playing. And obviously, again, like Fleetwood Mac are absolutely legendary, but I think for someone that doesn't, that's not like, I guess, really deep into that sound, and I just like what I like. Do you know what I mean? I like when things sound good, and they're singing in a different language, which obviously doesn't faze me on this channel because there's many people that have sung in many languages on this channel. But the vibe of it is awesome, and I love that video. I feel like I've got to know, from Dolly to Jackie, I think his name is, the guy that actually was showing Andy the song at the end. I feel like I've got to know these characters, like the guy that was doing the spray painting, and it just came out as this big black blob. So like, it's just, I don't know, it's just rare, because when he put on here about the whole, you've got all these different, from Ed Sheeran to Taylor Swift to Beyonce to all these different people that have done these different kind of documentaries about their music. It's true. This has become a thing that people like to see, because it really makes you appreciate the hard graft that they've put into their craft. So it's not even just like, I'm here for the tunes and the tunes are sick, but actually I can see what it's taken to produce this thing that now I'm gonna be here for an hour and a half, 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours, paying sometimes exorbitant. Like, I can't even tell you how much I paid for my Beyonce tickets. Yeah, but you know what? I would pay it again. I mean, I don't know about these light bills, but you see those Beyonce tickets. So people are interested in this kind of stuff, and I feel like this already, to me, I just think how it's been branded. I love their logo. I love what they stand for. A great song with a great message, dynamite. And I think having Andy to kind of assist with any of that in all his like create. I mean, who would think of Argentina, right? And pop a picture of our sweet what's her name? What was her actual name? Anime. That is it. Anime. Yeah. No. It's really funny. There's certain things that you think about later on, and you're like, it's a bit disrespectful. Like, eat the cake. Anime said, eat the cake. And like, it's so disrespectful. But it is tune, so I'm conflicted. Anyway, but the point I'm making is those kind of ideas are just like, wow, that's really cool. So yeah, I don't know about anybody else, but I'm already bought in. So I definitely want to watch the next episode of this, and just see. And I think the other thing you mentioned as well, which again I wouldn't have even really known about, is the situation that's going on in Argentina. I mean, there's so many issues going on in so many parts of the world, and I think if you thought about all of them all the time, you'd probably find it pretty hard to get out of bed, I think. But I think when presented with something, I think, especially when there's like a talent here, like I can't stress enough, that song was awesome. I really like that, and like I said, it's not even really my kind of go-to to put on, but that was a vibe. That was a real vibe. So yeah, I would love to know what you guys thought of this, if they enjoyed it, what they think of the song they just heard, if they'd heard of them before, and yeah, I'd just love to know what your thoughts are. And of course, by all means, like, spread their video, spread my video, like whatever's going to help them to be seen a little bit more would be pretty darn awesome. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. But for now, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this, then please drop me a like and subscribe as well. That'd be pretty cool of you. I'm not gonna lie, that'd be pretty cool. And if you do want access to videos like this before it comes to YouTube, then come on over to Patreon, because that's where I unload all my stuff. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you on next.